Alright, let's dive in. Imagine just for a moment, you're standing at the edge of a cliff. The wind's in your face, the sky's wide open, and you know deep down that you're about to jump, no hesitation. You trust the process, because you know the fall isn't a fall at all, it's freedom. This is the essence of what we're talking about. When you understand how to model a mystical experience, what it is, how it feels, the mechanics behind it, you're looking at nothing less than a total mind upgrade. It's like going from dial-up internet to fibre optic speed. You're rewiring your brain, changing its deep-rooted patterns, and that's going to affect your life in ways you can't even imagine right now. But once you feel it, once you experience it, you'll see how natural this becomes. It'll be like breathing. Let's start by looking at how you already do this without even realizing it. You've already had a mystical experience. It might not have been on a mountaintop in Tibet, but you've definitely had moments where time seemed to stretch out or disappear. Maybe it was in the middle of a conversation with someone, when everything just clicked. Or when you were in nature, and the whole world felt alive and connected. You already know what it's like to be in that place where everything makes sense, and you feel, truly feel, connected to something bigger than you. Now here's the thing. The moment you realize that, your brain just experienced a shift. It didn't just happen randomly. You tapped into a process that's already hardwired into you. You just weren't fully aware of it yet. Let's break down how this works. We're talking about understanding sensory components. The visual, auditory, kinesthetic, olfactory and gustatory. And then learning to control and manipulate those to open your mind. You don't need to have a degree in neuroscience to understand how this works. You're going to feel it, see it, and do it naturally. Visual. You know that feeling when everything suddenly is crystal clear? Like you see everything with new eyes? This might look like a vivid pattern, swirling colours, or even just the world around you shifting into something more real, more intense. Auditory. Maybe you had moments when you heard sounds or music, or even your own thoughts in a completely different way. They weren't just noises. They were carrying meaning. You might not have known it at the time, but your mind was tapping into something bigger. Kinesthetic. You've probably had that moment when you felt like you were floating, or that everything around you expanded. It's that moment when you could feel your body, but it didn't quite feel like it was yours anymore. So why does this matter? When you take these experiences and break them down, you start to realize they follow a specific sequence, a pattern. This pattern is repeatable, teachable, and it's the key to tapping into the deeper levels of your consciousness. So here's the deal. If you want to feel that unity, clarity, bliss, these are the core emotional states associated with the mystical experiences. You need to recognize your brain already knows how to do this. All it needs is to be reminded and nudge it in the right direction. What's really going on here? You've been conditioned by society, your environment, and your experiences to think you're disconnected from everything. That's why people get lost in the rat race, stuck in the grind, chasing validation. You're already connected to something much bigger. The process of eliciting these states, of connecting to the universal consciousness, is simply about clearing away the fog. You've got to unlearn the things that block you. Why might you be afraid of doing this? Here's the tough love. Fear is a lie. Fear of judgment. Fear of being misunderstood. Fear of what people think. None of that's real. People are going to think what they think. And you're the one who gets to choose how it affects you. But here's the kicker. If you don't break free from those fears, you're holding yourself back from experiencing life at its fullest. So let me ask you something. What's more painful? Facing the fear of other people's opinions, or spending your whole life wondering what it's like to be truly free? You already know the answer, don't you? The science behind this, it's simple. This shit works because your brain is wired to evolve. When you deliberately change your state through visualization, body posture, or changing your environment, your neurons fire in new ways. They start forming new pathways. Your old pathways, the ones that kept you stuck, break down. You literally upgrade your mind, your beliefs, and your identity. Neuroplasticity, it means your brain can change and adapt. The more you practice this, the stronger your neural networks become. Emotional resonance. The deeper you connect to these states emotionally, the more power you infuse into your personal evolution. Endorphins and dopamine. These feelings of bliss and unity are chemical. Your body literally rewards you for breaking free from the old patterns. But if you ignore this, if you sit back and let your fears control you, that's when shit gets ugly. You stay in the same place, you stay small, the world outside changes. But you stay locked in the same old mental cage. The karma of not doing it. If you choose to stay where you are, if you choose not to change, the price is high. The longer you wait, the more time you waste. The more you feed that voice inside that tells you you can't. You're also passing the same bullshit on to others, consciously or unconsciously. The ripple effect of not living your truth, it's a toxic one. But when you get it, when you make that change, you stop the cycle, you break free. And trust me, people will feel that. How do you interrupt the patterns that hold you back? Simple. You start small. You start with your thoughts. Then you go deeper to your beliefs and ultimately to your actions. You stop waiting for permission. You stop hoping that someday someone's going to tell you that you're ready. You start leading yourself. Patterns to watch out for. Procrastination, that voice that says, maybe tomorrow. You've got to kill it dead. People pleasing. This is the biggest time waster. Stop living for other people. They can't give you what you need. Self-doubt, your biggest enemy. It's time to replace it with certainty. You've got what it takes. Once you understand how to lead yourself, you'll start naturally guiding others too. You don't need to push. You don't need to convince. You simply pace where they are and then lead them to a better place. Because you've already been there yourself. You've got this. When you believe that, when you truly believe it, nothing can stop you.